A local man is taking on Hollywood with his horror movie Finale. John Elfers is the writer and director of Finale. Elizabeth Holmes is a local woman as well and one of the stars of the film. Thanks so much for both being here.
Thank you.
Glad to be.
John, you wrote, you direct. I got to say straight up first. We're going to show some video. It might be a little disturbing for those of you eating lunch, so keep that in mind. You grew up here in Cincinnati, then moved out to go to film school at USC.
I was 18, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is your first big film. How'd it go?
Oh, it went great. I gotta say, I had no idea what the scope of the challenge would be. When I started this, I was like, oh yeah, we'll be done in like 6 months, no problem, you know? And I'd heard all these stories about filmmakers that took 10 years to get their first film done. And of course, I started this when I was 22. I'm 26 now. It took me 4 years, but we did get it done. I'm really happy with it.
You got it done. You said 70% shot in the outskirts of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You got cast for this. What was it like?
Yes. Actually, it was so funny when I first walked in to go to the audition. It was in a house. They were all staying there in from L.A. John comes out with all the piercings, the red shirt and black on, and I knew that it had something to do with a demon and this and I'm like, what am I walking into? I mean, this is really interesting.
This is a horror film. Why horror?
I love horror. It's the genre that gives you the most freedom to play. You can be as stylized as you want, and especially working with like color and lighting, and I mean, yeah, you just have the most freedom in it.
And this story is based on something rather personal for you.
Yes, it actually is. The origins of the story come from personal tragedy within my family.
This has gotten great reviews, great press. Let me just read a couple of these. Independent Spirit Award from Sydney, Australia. You know, the Seattle True Independent Film Festival Best Horror Film. It goes on and on. Where do you go with this?
Yeah, no, that's the amazing part. Yeah, hopefully theaters. Well, that's the end goal. So the idea with an independent film is you make it and then you try and get recognition, especially if we don't have main actors. You know, it was my first feature. So basically, you go out, you get all these awards to try and build your way up, and then sell it. And it helps. We won all these best horror film awards and that sort of thing. We also just got into SCREAMFEST, which is the most prestigious horror film festival in the U.S. It's amazing. It plays on Hollywood Blvd at Mann's Chinese Theater. You know, the one where they put your hands in the concrete. Yeah, and it's like the week before Halloween. So it's the place to be. And the fact that we shot this little film in Ohio and like put our blood, sweat, and tears into it for like 4 years, and then actually made it into an A-list festival where we'll be with all the names in horror, all the big directors and all the big actors. It's just huge for us.
That's gonna be huge for you as an actress.
Oh, absolutely. I'm thinking I need a trip to L.A.
I think so.